Real-life TikTok tips to skyrocket your business account rocket. Table of contents. Show real-life TikTok tips 48 hours post-free. Alarm clock. Follow this TikTok tip, making a great first impression. Eyes hooks that grab attention in the first 3 seconds. Anchor mistakes to avoid getting quickly scrolled past. Man gesturing. No TikTok tips to boost views per viewer. Chart increasing, generating interactions. Speaking head. Don't stress. Solutions exist. Relieved face. The bottom line on these TikTok tips. Direct hit. Summary. Social media platforms aren't against using scheduling tools, but they want to make sure there's someone they can interact with behind new pages to ensure your approach is legit, and to have someone to pitch their paid services to. Plus, Elon fans will try to discredit you in the comments, contradicting the target audience's values, who will then comment back to shut them down. You'll never get a graphic designer or music teacher to care about this post, but it's perfect bait for lawyers, law students, and those interested in law. Real-life TikTok tips. Hey there, fellow entrepreneurs. Waving hand. After our blog post challenges of new social media pages, we received many requests for TikTok tips on what content to post when launching your business account. So we've put together this article packed with actionable TikTok tips to give you concrete examples of high-quality content that will help you pass TikTok's algorithm validation steps in an ethical, value-adding way. 48 hours post-free. Alarm clock. Follow this TikTok tip. We've said it before, but we'll say it again as a reminder. An essential TikTok tip. Even if your goal is to create content that attracts potential customers, you gotta show good faith to the social networks. Show them it's not just some spammer creating a page for profit, but that there's a real person behind the account. Social media platforms aren't against using scheduling tools, but they want to make sure there's someone they can interact with behind new pages to ensure your approach is legit, and to have someone to pitch their paid services to. Key TikTok tip. Start slow after creating your page, taking the steps of an average user. Customize your profile, connect with friends, follow content you enjoy, like and comment on other posts, link your email and mobile, and set up your backups and security. Use TikTok like a normal human. Making a great first impression. Eyes. What do the networks want? To provide content that keeps users on their platform longer. So for TikTok, for example, your initial goal is to not get scrolled past in the first 3 seconds. Get people to watch the whole video and rewatch it. Provoke interactions. To achieve this goal while avoiding fail factors, here are some winning TikTok tips and ideas. Hooks that grab attention in the first 3 seconds. Anchor. In the first 3 seconds, the user identifies with the content. Examples of written or spoken phrases to hook them and apply these TikTok tips. Every Bostonian needs to know this. With the right hashtags, max 2 trending ones, views and shares from your Boston friends, most of your target Boston audience will want to know more, since it likely concerns them. What all couples look for on a Vegas trip. Vegas is a hot destination for singles, so this hook perfectly targets young couples. Their past vacations were likely as singles, so with spots like Vegas, this teaser will intrigue them as they wonder what they missed out on and want ideas. This hook will kill it with young couples and even singles on the prowl. Why Elon Musk won't get into heaven. Elon has a futuristic rep, the opposite of traditional religious values passed down generations, putting the icon representing the inverse of their principles in a failing position. They'll absolutely need to know more. Plus, Elon fans will try to discredit you in the comments, contradicting the target audience's values, who will then comment back to shut them down. This kind of post guarantees engagement and reactions. The Warriors won't win another NBA title, for one simple reason. Like the Boston example, targeting SF with their team after a disappointing season. This title will scare some, confirm others' thoughts, and crush others' hopes. Basically, no SF NBA fan will scroll past indifferently. Here's how to choose a great oral surgeon. Hardly anyone searches this, since it's a specialty patients get referred to, which is exactly what will draw in doctors, nurses, and others with medical knowledge. This can apply to other fields like how to pick the best V8 engine, how to grow prize-winning tulips. If someone told me this, I'd have never gone to law school. You'll never get a graphic designer or music teacher to care about this post, but it's perfect bait for lawyers, law students, and those interested in law. No loss, since reaching them also reaches whoever pushed or inspired their career path, and they'll end up sharing this or other posts, so you get them too. How a son blew his dad's fortune in 1 year. If you're a stockbroker, yacht dealer, realtor, this post is an exceptional magnet for wealthy folks worried about their heirs. Someone with nothing to pass on doesn't care how a guy blew what his dad spent a lifetime building. A woman has never turned me down. Today I share my secret. This kind of example is a bit sexist, but it gets the point across. It's up to you readers to find the approach that works for your personas, even if it turns off those outside your target who will say so in the comments, which will indirectly please your personas who like the message. This post type attracts those looking to project and enhance a manly image, whether through products or behavior. As long as what you offer touches on masculinity, this hook slays. Other examples. I ran into an ex and had totally forgotten her. Age is just a number for a man. How to spot a real ladies' man. With these kinds of TikTok tips tailored to your niche, you'll hook people for way more than 3 seconds, especially those matching your target persona. Mistakes to avoid: getting quickly scrolled past man gesturing. Avoid these mistakes that go against key TikTok tips to not get insta-scrolled. Music or voice too loud. Language errors. Overly cliché. Get rich in 2 minutes. Long intros, your logo animating for several seconds. Same intro as failed content. Made videos that flopped and trying a new approach? Great, but change the intro so it's not lumped in with the duds. Too much tiny text. Promises. Swearing you'll do something generally seems scammy. Deja vu. Get inspired, but copy-pasting viral content will make people assume you're repeating what they've seen. TikTok tips to boost views per viewer chart increasing. Some TikTok tips to get people rewatching your videos. No one rewatches a 5-minute video, but a 15 seconds one has a way better chance. So at first, keep it brief but not too short. Number 5, SEC vids either. After a 3 seconds intro stating the topic in big eye-catching text, cut to a second scene with animated or still text that takes over 15 seconds to read fully. They'll have to rewatch to get all the info. Provoke comments. While people are writing comments, your video usually keeps looping in the background, so the longer the comment, the more replays. Generating interaction. Speaking head. Some techniques based on human psychology to drive engagement. Make mistakes. Asking for advice with a false claim that pushes people to correct you to seem superior works better than a simple request. Sharing their opinion too easily isn't seen as showing off TikTok expertise. It could even seem naive for giving away TikTok tips. Similarly, posting a claim with an error prompts more reactions. But don't shoot yourself in the foot with a blunder that makes you look incompetent. For example, posting something like, "The 2000s generation experienced the best music, the era of Tupac," might seem fine, but 80s and 90s kids will flood the comments, feeling more connected to Tupac than the 2000s kids. Another example. This summer 2024 I discovered Ibiza. I highly recommend it. Prepare for a wave of mocking comments from those who have been going to Ibiza since the David Guetta days. These posts with mistakes can be seen as manipulative, but if the goal isn't to trick people, just to ethically provoke a reaction and engagement with your TikTok post, it's an acceptable strategy. Announce a reaction. You want people to save your posts and come back. Say you'll reply to every comment and do it. And invite others to respond to comments too. Sparking discussions brings people back, so more replays. The curious will at least read other comments while your video loops, even if they don't comment. Get good discussions going and people will save your post to see the debate unfold. Aim for shares. Let's be real, content rarely gets shared just for being good. Mocking, dissing, making fun of yourself or others. That's what gets shared. If that's not your style, offer an incentive. Burger King nailed this, sponsoring a small English soccer club but running a campaign on Twitter and Twitch, getting FIFA players to share goals scored with that team. Instant huge buzz. Each shared video earned a discounted Whopper, with some conditions. But people mostly did it to show off their skills scoring sweet goals with a low-ranked team. Get inspired with a campaign inviting people to share your posts, pics at your locations, time spent using your services. Use uncommon words. How does a pro baller recognize an uneven court? Share your tips in the comments. This pushes users to comment to understand what uneven means, since it's not a common term. They'll want to get it. Read multiple takes to confirm the meaning, then react a bunch to show they're educated and not only know what uneven means but how to spot it. Don't stress, solutions exist. Relieved face. A key TikTok tip for success is following up on comments. The more you engage with comments, the more you'll get, and the more likely people will follow you long-term for your valuable TikTok tips. That can seem like a lot of work. But super effective solutions exist to handle this TikTok tip super responsively using AI chatbots that connect to various channels and train on your data, and style to reply to common comments or add a comment with another relevant TikTok tip. To learn more, check out our post, AI Chatbot Revolution in Customer Engagement. The bottom line on these TikTok tips: direct hit. We hope these concrete examples and TikTok tips help you come up with your own quality, engaging content ideas to effectively launch your business TikTok page. Remember, the keys to these TikTok tips are targeting your persona, sparking reactions and discussions, and staying on top of interactions, all while keeping it real and ethical. Definitely also read our TikTok Creative Center article to get more inspo and TikTok tips from other creators with ideas that work thanks to that tool. Now it's your turn to put these TikTok tips into action to boost your account and crush those business goals. You got this. Flex biceps. Total 0 shares, share 0, tweet 0. Pin it 0, share 0.